Hello, everyone. This is Nicole Whitlock with eCom Sellers, and this is the eCom Sellers podcast. I have with me my co-host, my partner in crime,
Kelly, the eCom Mom Ward.
And Kelly and I come to you every Tuesday at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time to share with you e-commerce news, tips, and more. Kelly, what have you been up to? Because we did not get to connect last week.
Well, I'm getting ready for my black belt test, which is this Saturday.
Okay.
So I had to take my written exam and do some other stuff to prep for that. That's coming up. Working in listing. I'm back to listing because of that one. The week before, I had been working so much I wasn't able to list, and my sales showed it. But now I'm back to listing, and my sales are coming back, and a lot busier. They're coming back. I got a lot more going out this weekend than the last few weekends. So Q4 is coming on. So.
Oh yeah, Q4 is always coming on. It is a busy time. So I have been, just juggling 9,000 things, working through challenges with my lovely kiddos and all of the demands of being a single parent. So that's been fun. And, I had some recent challenges with my laptop and some stuff that Nicholas did to my laptop. So I was like, okay, fine. But outside of that, just trying to prepare as much as possible for Q4, trying to help other people prepare for Q4, trying to get as much work done as possible. So it's been crazy. It's been busy, and it's not going to let up. This is when the pedal is down and it just does not let up. So I hope everybody is ready for that. So welcome to Q4. If you guys don't know, we are officially in Q4 now. We've been talking about preparing for it, and now we're here. So welcome to Q4. But in any case, Kelly and I come to you talking about e-commerce news, tips, and more every Tuesday. And today's tip is what to source and sell in Q4. So we are going to, in October, not Q4, sorry. What to source and sell in October. So we're going to talk about that after we cover the news. So Kelly, the floor is yours. While you pull up the news, I'll be pulling up news on my side.
All right. I got quite a bit of news. I have the news from last week too. So we can go over some of that.
All right.
Amazon, they're inviting Prime members to start holiday shopping with exclusive deals that will kind of start around October 11th. So next week, just about. But there's be the October Prime Days is coming up. So you got, hopefully you already have your inventory set in for that. Yep. And they have a Toys We Love list. So that's the toys that are probably going to be the big ones for the holiday. They're going to drop the 2% fee for sellers using the Seller Fulfilled Prime when it's available in October. What? They were talking about adding a 2% fee for sellers using that, and now they're going to drop that.
All right.
They're going to publicly display the number of purchases on products that have had, that products have had in the past month on certain categories. I didn't see what categories it said, but so, that could be something good or bad, but, especially if you're sourcing it, you'll be able to see how many sales per month this item's getting. And if it's getting a lot of sales and not a lot of sellers, it might be something you want to look into. They're also, trying to read my handwriting here. Enhancing automated handling time feature to help protect sellers from order surges and putting out a more accurate handling time so that your buyer knows when this item's going to come. It happened this week against Amazon. The FTC filed an antitrust lawsuit against Amazon.
Yep.
Along with 17 states' attorney generals.
Mm-hmm.
accusing them of overcharging sellers, preventing rivals from fairly competing against them, and engaging in. I put engaging in, and I guess I got distracted and I wrote what were they engaging in?
They were monopolizing activities. So engaging in monopoly related activities, which is not a good thing because I have the same article, and quite interesting. Interesting indeed.
Yeah. So we'll see how that's going to affect sellers. Facebook, Facebook, they're rolling out the ability to have multiple personal profiles so that you can have your business stuff on one profile and maybe family stuff on another profile. Because I have 2 Facebook accounts because of that.
Yeah, I have 3.
Yeah. I have one that I use, quote, for business, which that's the one I pretty much joined all the eBay and Etsy and such, Amazon and such, Facebook groups, so I can, be on those on that profile and then on my other profile it's on my family stuff, and but then I have friends who are both, they're friends on both profiles, so.
Some people don't. I mean, there's a lot of people who don't know about my second and third profiles. So when they see some random person, like, why is this person following me? I think they probably think I'm a stalker. I think there's only 3 people who know about my second profile. And I do mean probably 3, 5 max. I think my mom just recently said, there's somebody out there that has this name. I said, that's me, Mom.
Okay. eBay had their open this last week, and I was able to attend some of it. The keynote speakers, I was in the car and I had it going on. My husband's like, I'm not really impressed by these speakers. No. He goes, no, that sounds like if you put them out 2 miles away from their house, they won't be able to find it without GPS.
Oh my God. Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
But what I really liked was the seller networking or the seller led sessions. But there are a lot of talking about, of course, because I'm talking about sneakers, sports cards, and purses or something. And we're people sell other stuff besides sneakers, purses, and sports cards. I know that's kind of the big thing now, but a lot of the sellers were griping that's all they talk about: sneakers, sports cards, and purses. Some
we
of
know
it.
Why that is, though. It's because of the fact that they have the authentication program.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the reason why that they do that. That's the reason why it's the topic of discussion. Is because of that.
Yeah, but it makes the sellers who sell clothing or tools or whatever, I don't know, household goods and stuff. They're like, what about us?
Yeah.
They also just released their fall sellers update. You can find that on the eBay community's website. I'm going to go over a little bit more in a minute. Also, they're offering the eBay Canada site. They're offering to the Canadian sellers the Canada Post Expedited Light service for goods weighing up to 200 grams, because they do grams, they run there. So it's a lower cost for shipping, because I know shipping is really crazy in Canada, from what I understand from my Canadian friends that sell. So that's something good for them. So back to the seller update. There's going to be progress for resolving issues with unpaid items and consequences for repeat offenders. So, people who might bid on stuff and don't ever pay, or you send you an offer but they don't ever pay. Of course, now a lot of times it's getting better now that before, when someone goes to send an offer, they have to put in the information for their credit card or whatever way they plan to pay, so that if the seller accepts the buyer's offer, then it's automatically paid. If that's happening a lot more. There's an opt-in for paperless 1099-K form. I don't know if I'd want to go paperless. It's always good to have a good paper trail, especially for taxes. All sellers can have a social page, so where you can link to Pinterest and Twitter and such for your items. You can automatically share them to those for extra traffic. You can spotlight coupons on your storefront page. So if you're running a coupon sale, that will be on your storefront. And you can send offers to multiple send offers on multiple listings at once on the app. Before, it was you had to do one at a time on the app, and now you can do multiple sending offers per multiple listings on the app. Mercari just announced a lower UPS SurePost cost for items under £5. So I believe it's $7.99. SurePost is a little slower. It's not like Priority. I think it's like Ground Advantage. Takes 2 to 8 days to go, but a lot of people are looking for that lower cost in shipping. And Etsy, let's see, they're using Apple's augmented reality tool to help shoppers visualize items in their living spaces. So, yeah, I used it on Amazon before to when we moved to our new house. We needed a new TV stand to put downstairs, and I was using the little augmented reality, and you could okay, that looks like it'll fit, right there, that'll fit right there. Yeah, so now even Etsy has that. They're also offering advice on getting featured for the holidays with Etsy's Pick badge.
Okay.
This is a badge that has that your listing has been chosen by one of their merchandisers from shops. That your shop has shown quality, reliability, and good style. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
And they're focusing on holiday deals by running a 5-week cyber sale that will kick off October 23rd.
Okay.
They're encouraging sellers to run a sale of 25% off or more. And people are like, I don't know about 25%. That's a lot.
Okay.
Unless you want to put your prices up a little bit more, then do the 25% off and make it look like, but yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But that's the news I had.
Okay. All right. Well, I got a little bit more news. So give me just a second. I was literally fixing something else, and I was like, okay, then my son. So everybody, look, my son is in here with me. I have no idea what's going to happen. He's so random. I love him though. So we just never know what's going to happen. And I'm over here going, no, be quiet, don't move, all this other stuff. So anyway, let me go ahead and pull up the news. Have quite a bit. Well, maybe not quite a bit, but just a little bit. Let me just see real quick. All right, let me share my screen. I think I got most of the news pulled up. So I'm getting a recording kind of internet signal. I think it's because I'm opening so many windows at the same time. It's like, you're trying to do too much, sis. You're trying to do too much.
Overload.
Overload, yeah, for sure. So hopefully it is not going to fail me. All right. Let's. All right, come on. There she goes. All right. So now I can put my glasses on because now I can see. So I wouldn't have the glare of my glasses. All right. So the first one is coming to us from Bloomberg, and they're talking about that AI is improving the U.S. labor productivity. Governor sees and evidence that AI helps productivity in some settings, and AI could present a difficult transition for some workers. So, yeah, AI is one of those things that people are nervous about. There are some people who don't like it. There's some people that do like it. There's some people who are terribly scared of it. And, I'm like in the middle because I think there's so many cool things you can do with it. But I also know that there's also some potential challenges, that it can present in the future, and we don't have any control because the rabbit is out of the bag now. So it's whatever's going to happen is going to happen. But the one thing I do want to point out is that most all the platforms now have some form of an AI assistant for creating your listings. And no, it is imperfect, but it is there. It's in the background there, or sometimes in the foreground, whether you're on Amazon, eBay, Walmart, Etsy, Shopify. There are so many different tools now to help you become a better lister, to create better titles, better descriptions, or maybe more AI driven titles and descriptions. But in any case, it's there. And the one thing I will say is that because it's AI, it has potentially some information that can actually improve your listings to get more eyeballs on it. Maybe, maybe not, because it most likely has access to the history. And when I say it has access to the history, it has access to what has been selling, what's been moving, what's been getting the most looks. So it may be drafting or crafting a listing title and description that could help you. So just putting it out there. If you have not played with some of the AI tools on the different platforms that you sell on, you might just play with them a little bit. Again, they are imperfect, but it might be something worth looking into.
Yeah. I've only used it, but I know on eBay it's only available on the app, and I don't list through the eBay app. I list through List Perfectly, so I don't see it. So.
And I know there's some continued enhancements coming to List Perfectly. So we'll see. So this one comes to us from Entertainment Weekly, and it's talking about the Funko Pops are majorly discounted right now on Amazon, prices starting at $5. So these are going to be some things that are probably going to resell for Christmas or for the holidays. With Prime Day right around the corner, because we know Prime Day is going to start on October the 10th, 11th, or 11th and 12th. I can't remember. But anyway, that is one opportunity for you to, maybe acquire some popular Funkos for dirt cheap, just using the Prime Day deals and then flipping them. So if you didn't know, now you know.
Just watch, because if they're lower cost now, most likely the good ones would be higher cost.
Of course. But if you can get to them beforehand, you've been given a heads up before the price gouging begins. The next one comes to us from Bloomberg, and it is talking about Amazon yet again. So Amazon punishes seller for the 5-cent price cut, echoing what the FTC is talking about. Like, there's so many different things that Amazon has done over the years. So I can remember our buddy Norm would talk about the fact that he was on the listing. He's selling with Amazon. And so he was either 1 cent lower than Amazon, or 2 cents lower than Amazon, or even 1 cent or 2 cents higher than Amazon. And he would say, I'm never getting the rotation of the buy box. He would do FBA, he would do FBM, which is FBA is when you send your inventory into Amazon. And so Amazon, when someone buys it on Amazon, and house has it, and they will ship it directly to the customer for you. FBM is fulfillment by merchant or fulfillment by seller. And that is when, if Norm got a sale, Amazon would notify him, he would ship the item to the customer himself. And the irony is that, there are sometimes you hear stories all the time. I mean, it happened to me, it happened to him, it happened to a lot of sellers that we would be on the, if Amazon's on the listing, some people just are like, I'm not even going to compete. It's not even worth it. I'm really frustrated because Amazon's on the listing and they're not going to let me get any sales anyway. And, or they would hog the buy box. So in other words, even if they sold out because it's their platform, they would suppress that rotation of who was supposed to get the buy box next until their inventory checked in again. So I would be talking to Norman. He'd be like, they've been out for 4 days and I've got like 1,000 of them. And I'm like, yeah, no, like it's very frustrating. So it's their platform. They play the game, but now, the FTC is coming for them, and clearly several of the attorney generals of different states are coming for them. And that's just one of the experiences as an Amazon seller myself that I've seen and or experienced myself. And so is my business partner. And that's why sometimes people leave Amazon, because you get the perpetual IP claims. You're on the listing, you're selling just fine. You got approval, you send in your invoices, and then all of a sudden I got to start all over again. Like I'd already sent you the stuff and I'd already gotten approved. Okay, now I got to go get approved by the supplier. Well, again, there's like 5 levels of approval. And there are some that'll say like, yeah, you're supposed to get approval from, especially if it's licensed merchandise, you get approval from the manufacturer, distributor, you send that into Amazon. And so you're double covered versus, I want to sell maybe some Pillsbury and I've been approved to be able to sell Pillsbury. And then, you sell it for like, I don't know, a year. And then now you say, I can't sell Pillsbury. Like what's the deal? So it's just very frustrating what they do with sellers. Mm-hmm. And the last one was what Kelly was talking about, which is the 2% fee for those people who are doing FBM because they didn't want to pay the Amazon FBA fees, because Amazon FBA fees have been going up. That's, again, fulfillment by Amazon. Amazon charges additional fees if you send your inventory into their warehouse. So then we reported in our podcast, probably 4 or 5 podcasts back, that Amazon was going to be charging a 2% fee for FBM if you wanted to get Prime, Seller Fulfilled Prime. And so that's where you get the Prime logo on your listing, but you're fulfilling the order, not Amazon. And so they were going to charge you a 2% fee. So they just said they're not going to do it for October. They really shouldn't do it for any time. Like, I think they're probably going to come back and revisit a bunch of stuff because of the lawsuit. So anyway, you can go check out this article from Bloomberg. You may also have to Google and look for other articles that are related to that, because you may have to have a subscription to read all the details. Then the next one comes to us from CNN Business, and this one talks about the judge assigned to the U.S. antitrust case against Amazon recuses himself. I didn't get into all the details as to why the judge recused himself, but anyway, he is off the case and he's being replaced, being reassigned. This should still be interesting because, again, they've been coming for Amazon for a while, and Amazon has been indirectly from time to time mistreating its sellers, or at least we feel like it's abuse. Renata calls it, she calls it PTA. 1 minute I'm able to sell, and all of a sudden, what? I can't sell this. This does not make sense. I've been selling it for like 3 years. You guys are killing me now. So anyway, it feels random at times, and it feels abusive and intrusive, and you have to be flexible. You have to be able to stick and move. So it's, and you also have to be able to persevere and not take any of it personal. But yes, hopefully a lot of the weird stuff that they do to sellers, the inconsistencies, will be handled. But anyway, thought I'd share that with you. The next article talks about the U.S. sues eBay over the sale of harmful products. This comes to us from Reuters. There are some products that have ingredients or stuff and in them, and eBay, they shouldn't be listed on eBay's platform. Now, every platform has some kind of guidelines, rules, restrictions, whatever. And so, do sellers sometimes, are they able to get past that? Yeah, the platform has to catch it in order to take it down, and or has to recognize it, and or whatever. And so, eBay had some items listed. It's ironic that they had the eBay open, which released a lot of great information. And then now the next day, this article from Reuters comes out that the U.S. government is suing them. So the U.S. government is suing Amazon and the U.S. government is suing eBay. And it's just like, okay. But some of the harmful items, they are being charged. I forget what it is. The stuff that they were supposed to either stop selling and they've been told that they're not supposed to sell it, or stuff that has certain ingredients and they knew that they weren't supposed to be selling it. But I forget what the numbers are, some kind of crazy number that they are going to be fined a certain number per incident, which is crazy. So if, let's say, I don't know, there's hypothetically it's $1 million per incident. I don't think it is, but I'm just making this up. So, and you can read the article yourself and get into the nitty gritty. But anyway, let's say that they sold 5,000 of these things. But that 5,000 and then per incident is really big, or they have 5,000 listings. Whatever it is, this is potentially not going to be good for eBay. Long-term, bigger picture. So you probably want to follow this one as well. And
so they've already set aside that money. I was reading the same different article about it, and but they're saying eBay is saying we have we can control what the sellers put on there, but we can't catch every little thing. We're just a platform. We're not the one providing the products being sold.
And again, a lot of it has to do with how did the seller list the item? Did they include those ingredients so eBay's bots could catch it? There's just a lot of different factors.
Mm-hmm. And there's sellers that work away that know that you're not supposed to sell this, but they're going to sell it still, but they're just going to list it in a way so that they can get around those things.
Yep, that's exactly what happens. So this will be interesting to see how it plays out. As Kelly said, there's some other articles, so you may want to go check out those articles as well. Might be worth the read, just so you can follow along. Then Meta is introducing new AI experiences across our family and apps and devices. So just thought I'd share that with you all. You can definitely just go to Facebook on this one. Go to Facebook News. This was published 4 days ago, it looks like. So they are offering more, AI related features and functionality, and with the devices and also with the apps that we use every single day. So might want to check that out. There may be some stuff you want to play around with. And then the last article, and again, go back and check out the Amazon antitrust stuff too as well, because there's just so many different layers to that. And then the next article comes to us from from Entrepreneur Magazine, and it's about Costco, and they say that they're going to raise the price on their memberships. So if you have a Costco membership, you want to be prepared for this, that they said that they haven't raised their prices since 2017. We know that's, I think it was Sam's raised their prices, and, it's just, everything is just going to continue to cost more. So you might want to read this article and just do the math and see if it works out for you, depending on, what you're using the membership for or not. So I hope that's helpful. Is there anything else, Kelly, that immediately comes to mind for you?
No.
Nope. All right. So now we're going to get into the news. Not the news. We just did the news. So now we're going to transition into the tips. So again, this is Nicole Whitlock. I'm with Kelly Ward, and we do the eCom Sellers Podcast. We do it every Tuesday at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, where we talk about e-commerce news, tips, and more. We invite you to share this out with a friend. Let somebody else know about the eCom Sellers Podcast. Encourage them to tune in. You should tune in as well, because we're always going to be talking about something to help sellers win and survive, and some of the crazy stuff that we're all dealing with as sellers and on this journey. So with that, since we are at month end, normally we do a social media post that just says, hey, how's it going? Did you achieve your goals for Q3? Did you establish new goals for Q4? And how did September go for you? Did you finish strong? And are you prepared for October? So if you haven't, kind of thought through that, this is your opportunity to kind of think through those things go through, reevaluate where you were, reevaluate where you are now, and see if you need to make adjustments so that you can maybe run a tighter ship in October, maybe run a tighter ship in Q4, or maybe improve your processes so that you have more success this Q4. Be prepared to make adjustments if you need to. Is there anything else you want to add to that, Kelly?
No, but just remember, we also have, because it's a new quarter starting, you have to take care of your Q3 taxes and such.
Yes, you do. So don't forget that. That is one thing that my business partners would probably go, that's the number one priority, Nicole. So, yeah. All right. So with that, let's get into what to source and sell in October. So this could really be like what to source and sell in Q4, if I'm going to be honest, because 100% of this is mainly Q4 focused. When we talk about what to source and sell, we are really thinking about, the next couple of months after October as well, since we're already into October. So what do you need to source now so that you can sell it later? Or what do you need to sell now? Either one. So with that, welcome to Q4, everybody. So Kelly, I'll let you have the first one.
So holiday related and or themed products. Yes, get that. I mean, I've been selling Thanksgiving and Halloween already. Christmas pretty much sells year round, but so get those sourced and listed. I hit community garage sale this last weekend, and yes, I got a lot of Christmas stuff, so they're going to be listed quite soon. But you also have all the Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, New Year's, everything. Get them up and listed, and so they can start selling.
Yeah, absolutely. Get them listed, so that there is a better chance of them selling for sure. All right. Seasonal related, as you get into Q4 and all of the things that people might buy or need. We've already seen some interestingness with the weather. It has just been nonstop insanity. The first day of spring here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area was 99. The next day it was 100 degrees. So we just think that, not spring, sorry, first day of fall. We think that fall is, I don't know, it might just be a joke for us. They keep saying we're going to have a horrible winter. I'm like, I can't relate to that. My brain cannot process it because we've had a horrible summer. So, I think our temperatures in most cases were worse than you guys's because of where we're located. Like we had all of these 110 and 111 and 100.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like, really? Are you serious? And I think today maybe was 93, 94. Like we're still in the 90s and this is fall? I don't think so. So anyway, for some people, that's not the case. So New York had floods and I'm sure that they were not prepared for that. There's going to be rain that's going to happen that comes with the fall, just like there's rain in the spring. There's going to be times where it's colder, maybe way up north in Montana or Wisconsin than it is down here in Texas. So when you think about what you're going to sell, don't think about your current area where you live because that's semi-subjective. There are people that are buying coats and jackets now. There are people that are buying boots. There are people that are buying things to prepare for the crazy winter. There are people that are still preparing for the hurricane season. So even though the hurricane season sort of starts in June, the end of June, and it runs pretty much close to almost the end of the year. But, there's like a peak season in the middle of there, and there's still going to be tropical storms. So just know that different types of things are going to sell. Some people are going to need shovels. Some people are going to need snow blowers. Some people are going to need generators. Some people are going to need de-icing spray. Some people are going to need anti-fog spray for their car. Some people are going to want blankets in their car, or maybe they buy weighted blankets for the season or heated blankets, electric blankets. You just never know. People are going to be buying like maybe crock pots because they want to cook with a crock pot instead of cooking on the stove. So just, anytime type of seasonal related, this is the time of year in which people get stuff, buy stuff, whatever, you want to be thinking about, what are the products that I sell and what can I do? Anything else you want to add to that, Kelly?
We got all the cold weather coming here, but don't forget, if you ship internationally, keep that summer stuff up. Don't take it down, because that stuff can go down. The seasons are flipped down there.
Yeah.
They're getting out of winter. We're getting out of summer. So, and people go on cruises and such, and may need a different size swimsuit, because the holidays have already come and they put on a couple of pounds and their summer swimsuit doesn't fit anymore. So.
Yeah. Absolutely. So keep all of that in mind.
So gift related and themed items. When I sold on Amazon, wrapping paper season, as soon as wrapping paper came out, I was shipping it into Amazon because it sold like crazy. So, and especially if it was a themed, like cartoon themed, video game themed kind of wrapping paper, and you can make sets so that it all matches, so that it makes it easier for people to wrap gifts. And then you can do Thanksgiving themed stuff and Christmas. Look for, the Hanukkah wrapping paper. You don't see that too often, so if you get that, you're in a smaller competition. So, and then you can also use keywords for items that you think would be good gag gifts, to make sure that you put that in there.
Because remember, in some businesses, they're doing white elephant exchanges, and so they might be giving away gifts to their coworkers, or someone might give away gifts. Maybe that's their jam, and they love giving away gifts during the holidays, like to their dentist and their doctor or their chiropractor, or their neighbors. They walk around with the fruit cake, and they wrap that up and put that in a box and take that around. So this is sort of the season of giving, and what people give away, you just will never know. But just know that this is that time. There's a reason why this is sort of the black season, meaning most businesses will run in the red all year long, and then they'll finally be in the black where they're profitable in Q4. And that's because sales go up exponentially, purchases go up people buying stuff goes up exponentially. And so that is the reason why, part of the name of Black Friday, like they know that they're going to go out of the red and meaning the books are negative, and finally be positive on that Friday. So think about that. Take advantage of that, gift giving type of season and all the supplies. And people will be giving away stuff at Thanksgiving. Sometimes they give Christmas gifts early. Some families actually do the whole gift exchange during Thanksgiving, and family and friendsgiving, just that whole thing. So many opportunities. Consumables. So back to that, those get-togethers. Those get-togethers are what people are going to be doing. They're going to be bringing food to somebody else's house. So they're going to need those party trays, and they're going to need those Tupperware, which of course we talked about Tupperware being worth something. So if you haven't been paying attention to our podcast, you might want to go back and listen to some of those other podcasts about that. But in any case, they're going to be, there's all kinds of foods that are going to be selling. So I mentioned Pillsbury. This is the time of year people make those Halloween themed cupcakes, and then they're going to make fall and Thanksgiving related cupcakes, and then they're going to make Christmas themed cupcakes. And so, Pillsbury is a great one to sell because they have them in the different colors and different flavors and all this other stuff. And so people are going to be buying a lot of consumables. It's candy at 100% for Halloween. Candy in all of the offices, some type of candy. It feels like in almost all of them. Holiday parties where they're going to be having all kinds of food, even if it's finger food. Some of that is non-perishable. So you could sell some of those things that people buy, or Thanksgiving, related stuff where they're non-perishable foods, mashed potatoes, macaroni and cheese. Some people still do the stuffing in the box. Other people do not. They do like fresh made, stuffing and stuff like that. So be thinking about those non-perishable foods that you could potentially sell. Think about candies and cakes, pies and cookies, even the filling for pies. That kind of stuff still sells. And the yeast. Oh yeah, Renata made a killing off of the yeast. Okay, selling the yeast. But anyway, Kelly, you want to add anything to that?
Also, regional things. Some stuff that may be sold in the southeast isn't sold in the northeast, or certain brands, and they want to make their recipe just like Mama made it, but Mama made it with this brand, and they don't carry that brand, so I have to buy it online so I can make it just like Mama.
There you go. All day long.
Yeah, especially during Q4 clearance products, especially because you have Halloween and Thanksgiving and Christmas, and you get all those special flavored candies that come out of this time of year, or flavored coffees and certain scented candles and such. And when that season's over and they go on clearance, some people want to have that year round. I know I go after the pumpkin spice coffee because I want to have that year round. And I get to have it year round because I buy it on clearance and stock up on it. And if you can find really good clearance, you could stock up on some for yourself, and then take whatever's left and sell it off during the year because you can't find it during the year.
I think about what you were saying earlier about the swimsuits.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going in. We're in the fall. We're not going in the fall. We're in the fall, and Christmas has been going on clearance for the past 4 to 6 weeks. Not Christmas. Why do I say Christmas? I'm already there. Summer has been going on clearance for the last 4 to 6 weeks. And so because summer is going on clearance, that includes those swimsuits that she was talking about before. It includes the pool noodles that she was talking about before for shipping, maybe your coffee mugs. There's so many things that are summer related. I have Christmas on the brain. Sorry, guys. And that you could get and use and resell. And the irony is, like, as soon as we get, this is really, if we're going to be sourcing, this is the best time to actually be sourcing for the spring.
Yeah.
because of the fact that before you know it, like, these next 3 months are just going to be a blip, and know that on January the 1st, you're going to walk into a store and you're going to see a swimsuit hanging up. And you're going to be like, what is happening? Especially if you live in Texas. It'll be like, why are the swimsuits out already? It's still winter time. It's like, yeah, no, that's what they do. So the point is that this is the best time to source by taking advantage of getting all of these clearance items and buying those now. And there's a bunch of toys that are on clearance because they're clearing out space so that they can make room for the stuff that's sitting in the back of the store in your Walmarts and Targets of the world, because they didn't have space before. So.
And for some people who maybe they focus on garage sales during the summer and they live in a place where it gets cold enough that garage sales completely shut down, going after clearance items is another way to get inventory. They can't go to garage sales because no one's having any because it's 2 degrees outside.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, don't ignore the clearance. Clearance could actually be your best friend. That could maximize your ROI and keep you in the black all year long.
So sports, camping, and related products. Once it starts cooling down, a lot of people like to go camping in the fall. it hasn't really started cooling down here, but it's just been crazy all summer. But we also have sports stuff. Today was the last day of regular season baseball. My team is going into the playoffs, so everyone's gonna want their team. If their team's in the playoff, they're gonna want to be wearing supporting their team with the gear, and they want to have, my team's a divisional winner, and the hats, the shirts, the stickers on their cars, the bumper stickers, the kids' clothes. They want to show that they're supporting their teams. And you have football just started. We're in week 4. And you have NBA's about to start, and a few hockey. And then there's also gear for kids playing sports.
Mm-hmm.
And hunting season. And, so it's skiing. Skiing's big during the winter. And all the gear that goes with it. The snowsuits and all that. So, yeah, I can go. We can talk for it.
Yeah.
Hours on that.
We could talk for hours on that. So, yeah, this is just that time of year where all of those things that Kelly mentioned and so much more, because you got the little kids playing football, you got the little kids playing soccer outside, you got kids playing baseball outside, like all of these things and all of their playoff games and just so much. So don't miss out on that. Those selling those items and or that audience. Some of those people are going to need those stadium seats. Some of those people are going to need those big oversized throws because it's cold where they're outside watching the game. Like, okay, or they might want their own umbrella because it's hot where they're watching the game. So keep that sun off of them. Entertaining related products. So we've mentioned before that there's going to be all types of like gift giving. And so with that is the entertaining of families coming together, friends coming together, neighbors coming together, community centers having events, churches having events, offices having events, and just kind of everybody coming together and hanging out and enjoying each other's company. There's going to be a lot of that happening. And so again, you have the opportunity to buy non-perishable foods and things like that, but you got all of the trays, you got the plastic cups and the forks and the spoons and the tablecloths and all of the signage and the things that you hang up at a party and the streamers and blah blah blah. And so again, whatever that happens to be, if you're a person that's already into like the party supplies and or entertaining supplies field, you already know this is like, if you didn't already put your stuff up probably in July, you're a little behind the 8 ball. But there's still an opportunity for you if you're a seller that wants to get in on that. There are people that are going to continue to buy. Somebody's going to say, hey, we finally know the date for our Christmas party. And they're going to find this out maybe in 3 weeks or 4 weeks and say the date is going to be, I don't know, December the 12th. So we need to get some stuff. And then that assistant is going to start buying stuff on Amazon and having it shipped to the office so that they can prepare for the party or wherever the venue is going to be. So those are the types of things that people will be doing. And, like I said, neighbors, communities are just going to get together. It's just par for the course. Make sure that you have your listings active. That's one of the biggest things. And or make sure you've already sourced and you got a secondary source for stuff. Anything else, Kelly?
No, but I was having a sneezing fit all during that. Toys. Yes, toys for Christmas, all ages. Because, a lot of the adults still like to go back to their youth and buy for nostalgia. Their Ninja Turtles and everything. They got the new ones, but some people want the original ones. And you find some of those original ones in good shape. They can, bring in some nice money, or they're looking for, a piece to go with their collection. So, and then you just have grandparents buying the noisy toys to get back at their kids.
Well, and I think about toys beyond little kids, and beyond those that are under the age of 14. I think about the big kids and the adults and what they perceive are the toys. So, of course, adult toys are a little bit more expensive than little kids' toys. Like you can buy a Tonka truck for a little kid, but the adults are going to want something like I don't know. I mean, something really expensive. It's not going to be cheap. Like, oh, I got a new VR system. It's like, oh, how much did that cost? So the point is, the adult toys are, and I don't mean that in the wrong way. That kind of came out wrong, but anyway. I mean, those toys too. I mean,
they make some nice money.
Somebody's gonna buy them, but anyway, I mean the kind of toys that your husband may say, "Ooh, I've always wanted this." Maybe it's some kind of special carrying case for his rifle, or he wanted to get some new wheels for his car. The types of things that adults would perceive as this is what I really, really wanted, or something that they can play with. So maybe there's a person that's a gamer, adult gamer that's in your household, and they want this specialized chair, or they want a different controller, or maybe somebody wants some AirPods, or a new phone. And so all of those things in their minds, it's like, woo-hoo, what are the toys for us? So that's what I said, all ages. And the other ones. All right, customizable products. So this is the time of year where people will send that gift off to someone that they like or love. That's maybe it's memorabilia, someone has passed away, and so it's themed with that person's name and dates on it. Or maybe it's just like a kind gesture, having something engraved. Somebody had a baby this year, and so they get a baby blanket that's engraved with their baby's name and the birth dates. That kind of stuff. Or they want those specialized Christmas ornaments. Or maybe the office is giving away prizes. They're going to have their holiday party, and so they want to, give away some type of gift or prize and have it engraved with the person's name. Like, I don't know, the most personable and most social person in the office, the most helpful, that kind of stuff. So just be prepared. If you are a person that's doing print on demand, or you are able to do customizable stuff, whether it be hats or jackets or socks or backpacks or, laptop carrying cases, whatever that happens to be, people do want personalized, customized stuff, including those cutting boards that go in the kitchen. Like somebody might have that engraved with the family name on it or something like that, or a special apron that's for dad for the holidays. These are all things that sell a lot more this time of year. And so take advantage of that if you're selling any of those products. Anything else, Kelly?
And there's also customizable jewelry, like moms getting rings with the birthstones of their kids, or grandmothers with the birthstones of their grandkids. So those too.
Yep, absolutely. So don't overlook those, guys.
So supplements and supplement accessories. This is very big, especially with cold and flu season coming up. People want to stay healthy, so they might start taking more supplements. Or maybe they're like, my bones are getting a little achy because of the cold weather, so I need to start taking, this supplement again for my bones. So that's a big thing. Or they're rating on, I just started doing mushroom coffee to help with focusing, and I put it in my regular coffee. You can replace it, but I'm not going to replace it. I can't. The little packet of mushroom coffee is not big enough for me. I drink a big thing of coffee. People need to have, they need to buy these supplements. If they're using a coffee or a tea, they might need a tea bag, a tea leaf, something to put the tea leaf in and brew for specialty teas and herbal teas. So there's lots of stuff.
There's all kinds of stuff. The little steeping thing. I also think about seniors, and they may need like a pill dispenser. So they've got those real expensive pill dispensers now that you can also, like if you wanted to private label it on AliExpress, I think about like thermometers and a whole like wellness kit of everything from, just being able to check the temperature to having something that, some little salt pads to rinse out your nose for the neti pot and things like that. So, it's probably more, it is supplements, but it's also like wellness accessories more so than it is supplement accessories. But the point is that this is that time of year where that stuff sells more than any other time of the year. And so if that's the case, if you're selling in that or you're thinking about getting into it, you want to start sourcing now, you want to start taking advantage of that, you want to start getting approved if you're selling on Amazon. Just encourage you to do that. So we hope this information is helpful to you. We hope you use it to make some really good business decisions when it comes to this Q4. We gave you a lot of golden nuggets. If you just peel it back and go back and listen to the replay, you'll find that there's some great gold in there. But in any case, we want you to share this out with a friend. This has been the eCom Sellers Podcast. So share this out with a friend. Let somebody else know about the eCom Sellers Podcast. We would love for you to follow us and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can go over to eCom Sellers Podcast on YouTube and follow us because we love talking about e-commerce news, tips, and more. Tune in next week for another episode of the eCom Sellers Podcast where we will give you the latest in news and whatever is going on with the Amazon and eBay lawsuits. And with that, wanted to let you know about the eCom Power Summit. It's being hosted by Michal Chapnick and Norm Farah, and it is happening October the 10th through October the 12th. We want you to go get registered right now. It is the ultimate summit for those who want to selling on Walmart. So if you're thinking about selling on Walmart, maybe you were selling on Walmart before and you left and you want to come back, they have an amazing lineup that's going to tell you everything you need to do to be successful in selling on Walmart, what you need to do. This is their first annual summit. And so all of the tips are going to be absolute gold when it comes to helping you to succeed in either getting approved to sell on Walmart, helping you to scale on Walmart, helping you get started, helping you to improve what's happening with your store on Walmart. And Walmart sales are continuing to inch up all the time. They are number 2. They surpassed eBay. So you can go to swiy.co/ecompower. Again, swiy.co/ecompower. Go register today. It's free to register. Or you can scan the QR code on your screen. Again, swiy.co/ecompower. Get registered right now. Don't miss out on the summit. It is going to be so worth it. Because, scaling or growing on Walmart is another way to make some money. Walmart is going to get a lot of sales this Q4. They just are. It's going to happen. It's just going to happen. We also invite you to sign up for the Q4 Preparedness Workshop. We have already started the workshop. And so we meet every Monday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And in that, we are covering for 12 weeks what you need to do every single week to help you to have a successful Q4, things that maybe you hadn't thought about, things that you need to consider, everything from knowing your numbers to putting together a game plan to sourcing and getting a list of suppliers. We're covering all of that in the Q4 Preparedness Workshop. There's still time to get in on this, so you can go over to ecomsellersacademy.com/Q4. Again, ecomsellersacademy.com/Q4, ecomsellersacademy.com/Q4. Go register, sign up today. You will get 80 leads every single week. And over 12 weeks, you will be given 960 leads. That's a lot of leads. I mean, I don't know if you're that person that says, well, I don't know about this e-commerce thing. I don't want to struggle, blah, blah, blah. If someone is just handing you a list of products that you can go out there and source and sell, now they are timely. So you need to make sure that you take action when you get them. But the point is that is a lot of leads. That's just under 1,000 leads over 12 weeks. I don't know anybody else is giving you 1,000 leads in under 12 weeks. So I would go sign up. Plus you get 2 free one-on-one coaching calls. And again, we meet every Monday to talk about it. So you gain access to the replay. So go to ecomsellersacademy.com/Q4. And we have our workshops that we actually did live here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. They are now going to be online. So we have them October the 27th, 28th, and 29th. I have no idea why it's backwards. But anyway, I just noticed that. It says October the 20th, it says 27. Anyway, so it's October 27th, 28th, and 29th. The AI 101 Basics workshop is at 10 a.m. So you can go register right now at swiy.co/live AI workshop. Just scan the QR code so that you will be able to go sign up for that one. If you're a person that has been a little nervous about AI, we're going to teach you some stuff to help you to get more comfortable with it and to help you to be successful. So go sign up right now. Then we have the AI print-on-demand automation workshop. Oh, I'm absolutely in love with this workshop. So this particular workshop is, this one we actually had live on the 28th, I think, and here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And it is automating the entire product creation, the design, the product creation, the listing, and publishing it, and also pushing it out to social media. So this is an amazing class where you just set this up, update the script, and it runs on autopilot on its own over and over and over again until you stop it, which is fantastic. So it's the AI automation workshop. If you've been struggling, you want to get started in print on demand, this is a great way to get started. You know, you will be able to create up to 100 new listings or 100 new products in this class. We don't recommend that you put all 100 listings up in one day because some of the platforms will suspend you, but you can go create the products and then push it out to the platforms later on. So you can go sign up at swiy.co/live AI POD workshop. Again, swiy.co/live AI POD workshop, or you can scan the QR code. This class is worth its weight in gold because of the stuff that has been created in this workshop. So again, this is 100% automating, creating the design, putting the design onto a product, creating a title, creating a description, creating the listing, all through AI. You're not doing this manually. And then pushing that listing onto a platform like Etsy or eBay and making the listing go live. In addition to that, pushing that listing or pushing the product out on your social media. It's amazing. I love the automation, and you literally just run a script and everything happens on its own. So go sign up. You don't want to miss this one. And then last but not least is creating your arbitrage and wholesale product bundles workshop. It is happening October 27th, 28th, 29th, and 30th. So this is a 4-day one, and it is until 8 p.m. It's an online event. You can go to swiy.co/live bundles workshop. Again, swiy.co/live bundles workshop, or you can scan the QR code. We are going to be making profitable bundles. You will be making 25 bundles in this class. They're your own, whatever you make. We're going to show you how to create the listing. First, we're going to teach you how to source, kind of come up with the product idea, then how to source it, and then how to create the bundle images, and then how to create the listing itself, the title and description, and which platforms you might put it on. So you don't want to miss this one. Again, you can go to swiy.co/live bundles workshop. So with that, I think that's everything. I am so glad. I'm so thankful for Kelly. So I got my glasses on, so let me take this off. And yeah, so take my glasses off because I got all the glares in the world. But anyway, I'm so grateful for Kelly. Kelly has stuck it out with us here at eCom Sellers for a long time, and I'm eternally grateful for her. She's put up with the shenanigans and everything else. So I am excited about the next couple of weeks and what that's going to yield for us. You're going to actually be able to grab some of Kelly's courses because Kelly loves talking about thrifting. She also loves talking about selling books. So you'll be able to grab some of her courses pretty soon if you go to ecomsellers.com. So be on the lookout for that. We're going to definitely promote that. We want the world to know how amazing Kelly is, and I'm thankful for her. So with that, I hope this information is helpful. I hope it's been a blessing to you. This has been the eCom Sellers Podcast. My name is Nicole Whitlock.
And I'm Kelly, eCom Mom Ward.
Tune in for another episode of the eCom Sellers Podcast, where we share e-commerce news, tips, and more every Tuesday at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. And we're going to say goodbye for now.